I knew that this was coming. When I talk about farts, yes, farts, our own built in musical instrument to play fine music when it gets really quiet. In most cases, it's usually 3 toots before the train comes, but I'll let you figure that one out on your own. I remember when I was a kid, my dad would have gas all the time. I never could figure out why that is. I would eat the same food that he eats. Doesn't faze me. But him? You would think that a monster truck is flying right over our house. Or that sound of a speeding motorcycle going down the street, only there was no motorcycle. That was my dad. My bedroom was down the hallway, and I could see my parents' bedroom through my doorway while I was laying in bed. And I'm trying to say this without laughing myself, because I still laugh at this even today. My dad would troll my mom and not even realize he's doing it because he's asleep. It would be all quiet, and then I would hear, and then you wait about a second or two, and you'd hear my mother going, "Holy shit!" And it happened quite a few times, like each night. And I remember this one time. See, I'm trying not to laugh, but I remember one time I was in bed and I was just watching my parents' door from down the hallway. And I hear my dad rip one. And about maybe 2 minutes later, I would see my mother in a sleepwalking state with a pillow and a cover walking out of the room to go sleep on the couch. Yeah. And it's like as if my dad times this just right. Like, I'll give you another example. My dad could be laying on the sofa watching race cars on the TV, and it just so happens when he rips ass, you would see one of the cars smoking really bad, like as if the car is malfunctioning or something. Or if they're changing the tires and they're using the tire gun to put tires on, and he just like rips one while they're changing the tire. I mean, I don't know how he did that, but the timing was perfect. Or a little visit to Home Depot. They used to have the cordless drills where they had the batteries still attached to them, and they had very little energy to make the drill work just a little bit. It would just go, What my dad did was he would pick up one drill, and while he's squeezing the trigger, he's ripping one, and it's going, and he goes, "Oh man, this drill ain't worth a shit." I don't know how he does it, but that's funny. I mean, I'm trying not to laugh, and I wasn't trying not to laugh back then too. Till this day, I don't know why I laugh at farts. I'm 47 years old, and I still laugh and talk about farts. I'm talking about farts right now. Yeah. Now, I don't have the privilege to be just like my dad, you see. As many of you know, I went through a kidney transplant, and I take all kinds of medicines that kind of makes my stomach act all kind of funny every now and then. Not all the time, but every now and then. So if I wanted to try to risk busting ass just to rip it, I'm pretty much playing a game of Russian roulette with my ass. Because I don't know if it's going to be a fart or something else. Yeah. So I don't really want to take I don't really want to take too many chances on that. Now back to my dad. My dad can walk and fart at the same time. Okay? Now this was damn near 30 plus years, almost 40 years ago when all this was going on. But when my dad walks and farts at the same time, he could literally make his own dubstep music. You would hear, yeah. I mean, as he's walking, the fart changes tones. I'm serious. I remember that there was a line in the movie Shrek, or maybe it was Shrek 2. I think it was Shrek 2. Because I remember Fiona would say a word like, better out than in. Well, my dad would just let him release no matter what. It don't matter where he was at. He would do it in his sleep. He would do it while he was awake. You do it anywhere. So I'm going to close this out with my case. Never play Russian roulette with your ass.